Audio's good. Scott, the road to Orlando and the NCAA Championships continues at the USTA National Campus for our special collegiate event between the Notre Dame Fighting Irish and the Iowa Hawkeyes. Today's match will feature Playfair using PlaySight technology. And I'm joined here, Scott Tribally, with Jordan Beatty. And Jordan, we have the Notre Dame Fighting Irish playing the Iowa Hawkeyes. What do you think of these two teams?
I mean, thanks, Scott. It's going to be an absolutely fantastic matchup today. Both teams are coming off of a great win. Iowa just did a fantastic job on the road, winning 5-2 at Florida Gulf Coast. And also we have Notre Dame, who just come off of a 7-0 win from Louisville. So both teams are ready to go, and it's going to be a fantastic day of tennis.
Both teams getting outside for the first time. The Iowa Hawkeyes, Big Ten team, Notre Dame, ACC. How will they fare here? The outdoors, a little windy today.
Yeah, a little windy today, about 69 degrees, so it's a little bit cooler. But both of these teams, I mean, they're coming from cold areas, so I think they're going to adjust, and it's probably a perfect day of tennis for them. Just have to be careful with the wind, but looking forward to seeing how these teams begin, and doubles is underway as we speak.
Notre Dame is very aggressive in doubles. The coaches out on the street say that they're constantly serving and volleying. How important is this doubles point as we start this dual match?
Yeah, the doubles point is always so crucial. It really sets the tone for the singles lineup, and it really allows whichever team that wins the doubles point to be a little bit more relaxed going into the singles lineup. And so we'll see how both teams fare today in doubles. It's going to be a tough battle, but we're excited to see what happens.
All right, well, we're going to join here, court number one. We got Notre Dame serving. This is the number one doubles, and we will remind you, Notre Dame going I formation here, third point of the match.
Scott, what do you think is going to be important during the doubles for the Iowa team?
I think that they're going to have to sort of match the aggressiveness of Notre Dame. You can see Notre Dame's going into the I formation again here, so they're clearly trying to keep the returners guessing.
Absolutely. Yeah, the big key with the I formation, it's all about that ball placement, that first strike of the ball during the return. So it's going to be interesting to see how well they're able to adjust and play that first point.
Kind of backing off the volley there, but Notre Dame with a 40-30 lead here in the first game, court number one. Notre Dame Fighting Irish versus the Iowa Hawkeyes.
We have here on court two, Notre Dame has won that first game in this doubles matchup. Iowa now to serve on the second court. On serve here.
You want to bring down the mic?
I mean,
1-0 for Notre Dame. They'll switch sides, and we'll remind you that there are 3 doubles matches going on right now, and the best, whoever wins 2 of the 3 will win the first point of the match. There's 7 points available. And also, Jordan, we're going to be tracking the Playfair, which is an instant replay for college tennis.
Yeah.
Which will allow, if there's a questionable call, will allow the umpire to get out of the chair and look at the monitor.
I think that is just a great addition for college tennis. I mean, we see that being applied in professional matches at the WTA, ATP level. So I think that's a great opportunity to include point review at the collegiate level. On court 3, Iowa has secured the first game, and it's interesting to see how aggression is so important as we look to court 1.
Very early stages, and we'll bring you the action on courts 1, 2, and 3. We are here at the USTA National Campus Collegiate Center.
You see, it's interesting. They have 2 back on court 1. Scott, talk about why do you think that they have that formation so early?
Well, I think 2 back early on. There's 2 ways to look at it. You can go 2 back early on, or you can be super and just get yourself into a rhythm.
Yep.
and sort of earn some points, or you can be super aggressive and see if you can catch the net players off guard.
Absolutely.
And we've got, for the Hawkeyes, we've got Van Hoevelen and Mannix. They are the number 1 and 2 singles players as well here in the number 1 slot. And Iowa's serving down 1-0, but we're on serve. Kind of coming off the forehand a little bit there. Second serve kind of put her on her heels a little, wouldn't you say, Jordan?
Yeah, I definitely saw that. I mean, it's a very heavy spin second serve, and Notre Dame is adjusting quite nicely to stepping in on that return and really putting the pressure on the server to make a big first shot after that serve. So Notre Dame is adjusting quite nicely in the serving game.
30 all here. If you're Iowa, you really want to get this hold and not fall down an early break. These sets go fast. We're 1st to 6, no ad scoring, and there was no warm-up. As you see, Iowa talking a little extra here. It's kind of the neat thing about doubles, right, is you can kind of come up with your game plan. 30 all.
The Notre Dame, you see that was just a great return, even with the strong down the tee serve from Iowa, and they're just really putting pressure off that return to Iowa, and Iowa's just not quite able to execute on those points after the return. We'll see what they're able to do now. They're down 30-40.
One game point saved, and we'll go to our first no-ad point. So this will be receiver's choice. They'll get to choose which side Notre Dame wants to serve on, and this will be sudden death.
You see how important, Scott, I think Iowa is able to perform best when they're aggressive at the net. When you have 2 players back, it's so important to have the players.
I think we're going to take a look at a replay here.
Yeah. You see, that is fantastic hold by Iowa. They performed their best when being aggressive at the net with two back. With two back, the net person has to be aggressive. And
here we go, replay.
Look at the replay. Great ball movement.
Yeah, terrific volley there.
Just a great
Good
close.
tennis. You love to see all four at the net, don't
Absolutely. That
Right.
makes it very exciting.
you? Here we go.
Iowa seemed to have gotten some great momentum after hold. They go ahead and get that first point off of Notre Dame's serve. Great energy from Iowa.
Spence at the net with the missed volley. Zoe Spence is the top player for the Irish here in the #1 double slot as well, playing with Cameron Course. Cameron's the #3 singles player.
Yeah, looking for that poach. It's really important with the win to really execute on closing in hard on that ball.
That was solid.
That's so solid. Every time Iowa comes in and closes at the net, they have been fantastic. Let's take a look at the replay.
Here. Let's check this volley out again. Wow, great finish.
I mean, on that point, you see Notre Dame is pushed on their back foot. I mean, it would have been a good opportunity to lob. They're kind of out of position on that ball.
40 love. Notre Dame saving one break point, but they've got a long way to go in this game.
Yeah, Notre Dame is really going to have to match their aggressiveness with Iowa. Iowa's really stepping up at the net and closing points. Notre Dame really can't afford to miss those easy balls at the net.
Good tennis there, and you see the Irish aggressive, you know, serving and volleying. I spoke to Coach Allison Silvero this morning, and she said, "Yeah, I learned that back when I used to play for Brian Shelton. He always believed that we needed to get to the net as soon as possible in doubles."
Yeah, getting to the net as soon as possible, it gives the advantage. We saw on that last point that the Notre Dame tried to get to the net first, but you really have to be focused on closing that point out.
Okay, we've got a play fair conversation here. See the play fair box, and we've talked about this. That box will act as a review system. So if a player questions a call, the umpire will go and look at it. And the other night, Florida State Miami had 20 challenges,
Wow.
6 were overturned.
That is fantastic that we're able to use something like that.
And there's Notre Dame's head coach, Allison Silvero, in her first season with the Irish, was with the Oregon Ducks before that. And we are back in the doubles action. We got Iowa winning 2-1, up a break in this #1 match. Little I formation here for Iowa. Good doubles, tough miss there, but it just shows you how aggressive and it pays off there for Notre Dame.
Absolutely, you saw at her first opportunity, she came into the net to really put the Iowa women's team at a point of, getting off their back toes at the baseline. So that was a great move by Notre Dame to come in on that ball.
All right, here we go. 15 love. Live scores. Oh, we can see it. Okay. All right. 15 all. The Irish trying to break back here. Talking it over. And what is your strategy if you're down a break and it's tied? Are you going to be aggressive, or are you going to grind it out, Jordan?
Yeah, I think it's important. You have to be aggressive, especially in doubles. The first person at the net is likely going to be the one to win the point. You have to continue to play loose. I think when you try to get into a rally at the baseline in doubles, it really becomes tough opportunities to win points. So I would like to see Notre Dame do more at the net to match Iowa's aggressiveness and really, see some more net battles. I think they both have the capability, and it just comes down to who's going to execute the best at the net. Notre Dame looking to fight back. Up 30-15.
And there you have it, the swinging volley.
Absolutely.
So aggressive.
That was amazing, and that's just what I was referring to in terms of that closing at the net. You really have the advantage if you get to the net first, especially with the wind.
It's not a break until you get a hold.
You're absolutely right, Scott.
Here we go. Notre Dame looking to break back to get this match to 2-all. Number one doubles, Iowa Hawkeyes, Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Second serve.
What a great break by Notre Dame to put this set back on serve. Notre Dame was able to really execute well in that game by being aggressive and keeping Iowa on their back feet. I would like to see more of that from Notre Dame. I think that really put them in a great position to win that game. 2-all.
Great volley. That's textbook there. Close to the net, solid volley.
Yeah, it was great serve position. She really served in the body.
It was a good placement.
Good placement of the serve. That's very important to execute that net point as well as they did. The serve is what sets that point up. So that was great serve, great close by the volley.
Well, you love to see it again, all four at the net.
That was absolutely great for both teams to move in and try to close at the net. Notre Dame came out on top on that one, up 30-love.
Oh, a little bit of Irish luck there, Jordan.
Oh, yeah. You love them when it goes for you. You hate it when it goes against you. But that puts Notre Dame up 40-love, looking to hold to go up 3-2. Great serving by Notre Dame.
And on courts 2, we've got Notre Dame 3-all, 15-all. Court 3, Notre Dame up 3-2, serving up a break. Pretty close here early on in the doubles. Wow, good tennis there. Another great volley.
Yeah, that was fantastic. Every point that Notre Dame was able to win in that game was due to volleys or a great serve placement. So that's going to be very important as they continue through this doubles match.
Van Hoevelen has a wonderful one-handed backhand. Really look forward to watching her in her singles match.
Yeah, you don't see too many one-hand backhands anymore, so I love seeing that. It really just gives a different level of advantage.
Wonder if we could get over to court 2. It's 3-all, 30-15, Notre Dame up. Court 8, yes. Notre Dame, Iowa, it's number 2 doubles. 3-all, 40-30 game point for Notre Dame.
Notre Dame really executing well with that I formation. Really, I formation is all about serve placement and the volleyer being ready to move. And that was just fantastic execution.
Bess Waldron and Brooke Brada are playing here for Notre Dame. Just serve to get that point. Go up 4-3. Notre Dame with the lead on court doubles number 3, 4-2. So they have a slight advantage right now, and this doubles will unfold quickly here from the USTA National Campus. It's Collegiate Series, and wow, what a week, Jordan. We've got teams everywhere, 120 teams competing on the campus.
Yeah, what a fantastic week.
And here's the Notre Dame team getting some coaching. And this is the great part about college tennis, is to watch not only the camaraderie, but to be able to give your player a tip in the heat of the battle.
Absolutely, yeah. I think it's good for the players to be able to talk to their coaches, talk it through, go back and try to execute out on the court. So let's see what they're able to do. Notre Dame is ahead on all 3 courts right now. Iowa's fighting their way back to stay with the Notre Dame Fighting Irish.
All right, well, stay tuned in here. Number 2 doubles, Iowa's serving. Sophie Clark and Ashley Jacobs for the Hawkeyes, looking to stay on serve. They're up 15-love. Just to give you a little update on one, Notre Dame with some break points right now. To go up a break and they convert as we watch court number 2 here.
Fantastic.
Ooh, a little,
Wow.
sort of a little bit of a bump lob there, Jordan.
Yeah, that was a tough shot, and not much you can do with that one. Court 1 Notre Dame is now up 4-2.
Replay, here we go. Let's watch this lob. That was just
Oh my goodness.
right over the top there.
I mean, you feel like you're right there, but that ball just comes so quickly, and that was just a tough ball to get. Great execution by Notre Dame. That was good movement by Iowa. However, when you come
Better movement by Notre Dame, right?
Yeah, better movement by Notre Dame.
We're going to check this replay out. I mean, look at the movement there, and then kind of sneaky at the net for the Irish.
Yeah, that's a tough ball for Iowa to move in on. If you're going to move in on that ball, need to put a little bit more behind it to get Notre Dame on their back feet. That was a tough shot for Iowa to make, and Notre Dame was able to convert on that point. Iowa staying in it.
Well, they need to, because right now the Irish have the lead. They have the lead on court 1, 4-2. They have the lead on court 2, 4-3. And they have the lead on court 3, 5-2. Irish at the net and the overhead.
I mean,
so
tell me about that,
they're
Scott.
looking for a break here, 40-30. And we'll check this replay out. Look at the aggressive play.
It started off with that return. You see, Notre Dame pushes Iowa back out wide, which sets up the rest of the point. Great job.
If Notre Dame converts here, we're going to see if we can go to court 9 and watch potentially Notre Dame close it out. But let's watch this point first. 40-30 for the Irish.
Huge passing shot, especially at that such a big point in the game and in the set. Great execution. We're gonna go to deuce, but no ad scoring. So this point is crucial for both teams. It could either put Notre Dame up 5-3 or tie it up at 4-all.
This crucial no ad point. Going I formation, going to keep the returner guessing.
Oh, huge execution by Notre Dame. Great job for the net person to be ready for that and close with a backhand volley down the line. Notre Dame is now up 5-3 on court 8 and 5-2 on court 9.
Court 9. Notre Dame looking to get the first blood here, Jordan.
Yeah, that first doubles match win is going to really set the tone for the other people who are still playing and could change some of the momentum. Yes, momentum is huge when you're thinking about securing this doubles point.
Wow, great close there.
Great close there. And you see both.
This is match point.
They do the I formation so well. Let's see.
Wow.
That was just too good.
Just sort of one shot better. You've seen that kind of across the board, and it comes in the result. And it's aggressiveness is what I'm seeing.
It's aggressiveness, absolutely. And that's so crucial in doubles. Let's see this match point on court 9.
Oh, that could be a play fair review. But no. I think it was a fair call. Match point
Tough
again, 40-30. Notre Dame will have 2 more, and they're serving. This is court number 3. Ladies doubles, Notre Dame versus Iowa. Oh, wow. Good topspin lob there. Good aggressive. Good defense.
Good defense.
Good aggressive defense.
Absolutely. Iowa saved 2 match points. We are now at deuce, but no at scoring. Let's see what Notre Dame is able to come up with. Could go either way. This is a tough situation. Notre Dame serving. And
that's it. Notre Dame, 6-2. Court number 3. They'll shake hands, and all the players will now start to focus on the number 1 court and the number 2 court. We're going to go to court number 2, doubles number 2, if we can. Court number 8 here at the Collegiate Center. And the Irish have a 5-3 lead, serving down 40-30.
Fantastic down the tee serve.
And we could see that, right? That was right on the line.
That was right on the tee. I mean, let's take a look at how well that was executed.
If we get a replay, I don't know if we'll get one or not, but we've got deuce, no ad. Notre Dame with a point to clinch here.
Let first serve. Second serve.
Double Jeez.
Wow, that's tough.
That's a tough double fault there, isn't it?
Wow, yeah, just puts Iowa back in it. We're back on serve here on court 8. Iowa is not giving up. I mean, they're staying in there and fighting, which is fantastic. And you'll have the support. That's one thing I love about college tennis. After one of the doubles courts is finished, they'll cheer their team on, try to continue that momentum.
And we see Coach Sasha Schmidt there in the yellow hat. She's in between courts 1 and 2, longtime collegiate coach. She was here in this area as a Stetson coach, then went on to Missouri, now back at her alma mater, the Iowa Hawkeyes. All right, so it's 5-4, Notre Dame leading.
All right, Iowa to serve, to hold and stay in the match.
And we're joined now, Scott Treibel here with Jordan Beatty, and we're joined now with Cece Bellis. Cece, we're in the middle of this doubles. We had Notre Dame win the first point, and they're up 1-0, and now we're trying to see who's gonna take court 2 or maybe court 1.
Awesome, so excited to be here.
Thanks for being here. Did you just finish practice?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're happy to have you.
Oh, thanks for having me.
I'm here hanging out with the famous people.
Oh, man.
All right, well, Iowa making a little bit of a, Jordan, wouldn't you say, kind of coming back here on court 2?
Absolutely. That momentum very much so shifted after they were able to break Notre Dame at down 3-5. And just to fill in Cece, Notre Dame clinched on court 9. And so right here we have Iowa just trying to fight their way back to stay in the doubles point.
And it's breezy up here, but I think down in the court it's pretty calm. I don't think it's really affecting play.
It's definitely more closed down there, I think.
Yeah. Iowa just having great momentum, great energy. We see on both courts 7 and 8. Iowa's really fought their way to stay in both matches. Huge
Tell you, a
point.
minute ago I thought with the doubles point was going to be clinched, and now it's certainly still in the advantage of Notre Dame, but Iowa has really switched the momentum.
Absolutely. I mean, coming back being down 3-5 and down a match point, Iowa's really showing the perseverance and really putting the pressure on Notre Dame to execute.
I think it shows how much the doubles point means in matches like these, for sure.
Absolutely.
Great volley. Wow.
Wow, that was very good.
Textbook.
Really clean.
I mean, you see the shift. Iowa at first was playing more defensive, and Notre Dame was coming into the net first. Notre Dame, they were initially being the first ones to rush the net and close at the net. So I would like to see them do more of that, but great job by Iowa to execute and close the point at the net. Cece, what would you say, how important would you say closing the point at the net is in doubles matches?
Oh, that's so huge. I think it's probably the biggest part of doubles, and it looks like these girls are really using that and trying to, poach and cross over as much as possible, which is huge.
Absolutely.
We're seeing a replay here. See the I formation there.
Yeah, Iowa's just doing a great job reading Notre Dame's balls, tracking, and they're up 30-love. 5-all. Great aggression from Iowa. They Their energy has really shifted.
I was just going to say that, yeah, it looks like they've got a lot of energy right now.
Yeah. Notre Dame serving to hold down some break points.
Important for them to hold here, Notre Dame for sure.
Absolutely. This is huge.
Really, I mean, Iowa's just the last 3 games. It's been almost like a different match.
Absolutely. I formation again for Notre Dame. Great job. Solid execution on those last 2 points. And they have now saved 2 break points. Let's see if they could save 1 more.
I think that's key for Notre Dame to be a little bit more aggressive at the net right now, for sure.
Yeah, you do not want to get in a baseline rally or give Iowa the opportunity to close at the net first. I formation again.
Outside, fair call there. No ad point to go 6-5 for Notre Dame. Notre Dame up on court 1, but it's on serve.
You know, you see Iowa, I wonder if they're getting a little tight. That seemed like a tight forehand that was hit. You know, this is really a crucial game for both teams. Notre Dame to serve on the ad side, but no ad scoring. Wow, fantastic hold by Notre Dame.
Solid serve.
Awesome to come back from love 40 to be able to hold that serve.
And Cece, how important is just the placement of the serve versus the power of the serve in doubles?
Yeah, I mean, I was just going to say that deuce point there at 5-all is so important to make a first serve, and she did that so well. Yeah. I think going into the body there was so smart just to really get the point started and have the pressure put back on Iowa.
And if we could swing over to court number 7, doubles court number 1 here. We've got Iowa serving. It's 5-4, and Notre Dame just won the first point. And we'll go back to court 8 when the time is right. But right now, we got some action here. Notre Dame winning that first point. Okay, all right.
Great shot.
30 love. Now this is if Notre Dame wins this game, they win the doubles point.
Huge points right here. That was such good depth by Notre Dame on that last point.
It's funny in doubles. It's power, but what I've seen today is it's been a lot about placement.
Placement, yeah, absolutely.
I think playing smart in doubles is really the key.
Yep.
Thank you.
Huge first serve. You can see that might be one of the reasons why Notre Dame is doing 2 back. Iowa's serving very well. Notre Dame still up 30-15.
All Iowa right back 2 points. You know, when you're serving, you still have the advantage, right, Cece?
Yeah, definitely. This Iowa team looks like to have very good first serves and good finishers at the net there, so it's really important in doubles for sure.
It's been even all the way. I know Notre Dame had a break at one point, but certainly on this number 1 court, it's been even all the way. We've been commenting about how all players are getting to the net as we watch a little bump lob there.
And what do we have here?
Wow, great volley.
Wow.
Oh.
That is...
Huge point there.
Wow.
Great job by Notre Dame.
Check this replay out. I mean, what a good finish after a long point. And this is match point now. This is match point for the doubles point.
Great job covering the line. I mean, That was a good, tough shot by Iowa, and Notre Dame was just did a very good job of executing and closing at the net.
All right, so 40-30. Spence to take the return. The Irish is #1 doubles player and singles player.
She was a great junior player too. I remember being in a lot of the same tournaments with her, playing juniors, and she was always a very good player.
Oh, we're going to go to the no-ad point.
No-ad point for match point or to tie it up at 5-all. Let's see what side they choose to serve on. Iowa has the advantage here. Just serving really great and setting that point up. Notre Dame's going to have to execute well on that return to get the point started.
Yeah, so on court, on the #2 doubles court, they're doing a play site review, but we're going to sit tight here. Court 1, no ad point. Oh, no, I said at the beginning that Notre Dame was really aggressive, and then they were way behind the baseline there.
Yeah, that was a tough opportunity for Notre Dame to be aggressive. Iowa was just putting the pressure on Notre Dame with a great first serve and really setting themselves up to be aggressive and close the point at the net. That was huge for them to be able to hold. And
we're going to move on to court 8 here. We're going to 6-5 Notre Dame, Iowa up 30-love. 6-5 Notre Dame, 30-love Iowa.
So good.
What was I got? No backswing on that one.
Backswing. Yeah, the
All
lob she
right,
caught
we got
early.
#2
That was
doubles.
great.
All right. Cece, playing a lefty, how is it really that different?
It's pretty different. They've definitely got a different spin on the ball, and you definitely have to get used to it, especially on the serve, and in returning those serves definitely takes some time, I think. But
all right, so it's 40-15, and we're gonna potentially see a tiebreaker here.
Yeah, Iowa's staying in it. Their serving is really putting pressure on Notre Dame.
very high energy right now too.
Absolutely. That was tough return. Ball.
Iowa kind of tight on that one. It also
tight.
was in a
Shaky.
weird position, you know.
Yeah, the ball
really
kind of
low.
dropped. Yeah. Let's see if Notre Dame's able
As
to
we see
hold on.
Notre Dame returning here, they've got sort of 2 back. All right, well.
I think Iowa thought the wind was going to carry that lob out a little more than it did. Yeah.
That lob, that ended up, it did look like it was going to carry, but okay, here we go. Another match point
Another match
for
point.
Notre Dame.
Notre Dame, great energy. Let's see if Iowa's able to
2 back as we see
I
the
think it's smart they're staying 2 back there for such a big point.
just grind it out.
grind it out. Tight first serve.
Oh, that was
That was definitely outside. Oh.
Wow.
Game,
Huge finish there.
set, and doubles point for the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. They win 7-5 on a no-ad point. Wow, what an exciting finish.
I mean, those were just it just comes down to those last points at the net, and Notre Dame was just able to execute better, and looking forward to seeing what the singles has in store for us.
I think that just shows how important each point in doubles is
Yes.
in college tennis, for sure.
Notre Dame would definitely have the momentum going into singles. Cece, do you prefer playing singles or doubles?
I do prefer playing singles, but I've definitely gotten more into doubles recently. I have, kind of a steady partner, and yeah, I think
look at that
both
Notre
are
Dame
great.
team there and celebrating this doubles point. Probably happy to get through there. Looked like it was going to be pretty easy, but ended up kind of getting gritty themselves.
Yeah, Iowa stayed in it. They did not give up, and I'm sure we'll see that same energy from Iowa in the singles. They're going to keep fighting for every point, and that's what they should be doing. So that was good to see that they didn't let that go, and they put Notre Dame in the spot.
And I'm Scott Trively back here with Jordan Beatty, Cece Bellis. Thanks so much, Cece, for joining us. You came in at the very end. That was pretty exciting. Double.
Yeah, I think I came in right at the perfect time, right when it was getting pretty tight in the end. I'm glad I'm here. I'm excited to see what the singles is like.
Well, I think it's going to be exciting. Jordan and I were talking about this a little earlier. Notre Dame's 9-5 and Iowa's 8-4. Sort of in the middle of the season. Both teams on spring break, getting kind of used to their outdoor. Iowa played a match against Florida Gulf Coast, and then Notre Dame's starting their week. They're going to play Iowa here, then Miami, then Florida State. But both teams look talented.
Yeah, no, both really great teams. I know a lot of the players on both teams, and I think it's going to be some great singles and definitely a tight match for sure.
Well, you were talking about Spence. You said you played some junior tennis with her.
Most of the Notre Dame team, actually, one of my best friends from juniors was Rachel Chong. I think she was playing 3 doubles, and most of the girls on the team I know, and I know a few on the Isla. So yeah, it's definitely going to be great tennis.
Notre Dame with an All-American roster, so it's real exciting. You look down their roster and you see Tennessee, Ohio, California, Maryland, Indiana, Arizona, Illinois, Oregon.
Yeah.
I tell you, they've been crisscrossing the U.S. doing their recruiting, that's for sure.
Yeah,
it's great.
It's great to see.
Really great to see.
So we're going to get started in this singles. Do you know much about the Playfair, the play site, and the review system? You've experienced it on the Pro Tour. What do you think of this some of this new technology?
I mean, I just heard about it. So they have a chair umpire plus play site if the player wants to challenge it,
yes.
right? Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
And how many do they get? The 3 challenges like a normal WTA match?
I believe so.
I would assume so. Yeah.
So the situation is that the umpire has to get out of the chair. They bring another play site person out, and so this is sort of working through some of the technology piece. So it takes a little longer than it does on the tour.
Mm-hmm.
But the other night there were 20 challenges and 6 overrules.
Wow. Yeah. No, I've used play site just practicing around campus, and it's not the most accurate with calls, so it'll be interesting to see if that really
Let's count this. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 cameras that would be reviewing this.
Okay, that's good.
Which does help.
Yeah.
I do know that the baseline is definitely covered pretty well.
Yeah.
Because those 2 cameras are kind of in the back. But something that we'll keep our eye on. We're going to start the singles off here in a few minutes. Again, with the singles, there'll be no warm-up. There'll be no ad. They'll play 2 out of 3 sets. 6 singles matches will go on simultaneously. We'll probably start up near the first line, and we'll kind of take it from there, see how the momentum kind of builds.
Great, yeah, looking forward to it, and I think it's going to be a great battle between both teams, and Iowa is going to be ready, Notre Dame's going to be ready, great energy. Notre Dame's coming off of a 7-0 win from Louisville, so they're excited.
And look at the national campus where we have a shot of the Team USA courts where the spring break tennis on campus is going on, and I mean, you can't miss these teams, ladies. They're in the Welcome Center. They're all over the place.
They're everywhere. Scott, you mentioned over 100 teams here throughout the month of March.
This week.
Oh, excuse me.
Amazing.
This week,
That's amazing. I mean, it just goes to show how exciting it is to be down here. It's a great time because this weather is pretty good before it gets too hot.
Definitely.
70 degrees, so it's a great time for teams to get down here and enjoy the 100 courts we have on campus. And our team just does a great job of managing the operations, getting these teams in and out.
And if you can see here, we are on court 2 where the singles will be taking place. And if you look at our screen over here on the right, you'll see that play site camera. And Cece, you use it sometimes just for your statistics?
Yeah, for statistics and sometimes serve speeds and things like that. So it'll be really fun to see it. Yeah, no, it works great. I really like it.
So you might have a practice or you play a set?
Yeah, usually I haven't really used it for line calls much, but I use it for drills a lot and for, sometimes different stats. So it's been a really great tool for definitely a lot of the player development players at USTA.
Imagine that, playing a practice set. Hey, let's go to the monitor.
Yeah.
You can see right in that moment what you're doing wrong,
And there it is right there.
Definitely.
You got the play site Zoe Spence right there. She's getting ready to start here on court number 1. We will be going up and down for the next couple hours to see who will win this Tuesday afternoon spring break match here at the USTA National Campus. And if you can hear our PA system, you can hear that the first serve is coming up. Coin toss on court 1.
Already underway on court 4. I know our focus is going to be on court 1 and Notre Dame to serve first. Court 1 long point.
Great point there.
Great point there. I mean, you see it's just going to be they both look like very strong baseliners. That was a long rally for just the second point in the match.
Yeah, very strong. Going to be a great tennis. I think Iowa seems to be a bit more aggressive. Looks like she's trying to do a little bit more damage, while Notre Dame looks to be trying to be a little bit more consistent, look for more errors from Iowa.
Absolutely, yeah, they're...
Just from what I see in the first 2 points.
Yeah, absolutely. Notre Dame trying to stay solid, up 30 love in this first game, serving. Great job by Iowa to close at the net on that point. Really we'll see the replay here. Really looks for that first opportunity to come in on the short ball and close at the net.
I think they're using play side on court number 2 here for the first time this match.
Now the ref will have to call another umpire to come out and review that monitor. So they're on hold while they wait for that additional umpire. Iowa's being really aggressive, looking for that first opportunity to attack on that short ball. And Cece, what would you say when looking in those baseline rally points? Is it important to try to be the first one to come in, or do you grind it out? What really is the strategy in that type of game?
I think it really depends on the player. It looks like Iowa's definitely going to be the first one to come in, I think.
Yeah.
and looks like Notre Dame is going to be, more the baseliner, but I think it just depends on your game style and, what you think is going to work against your opponent for sure.
Absolutely, and you see Notre Dame really trying to change it up by getting some angles in there, kind of taking it out of Iowa's strike zone. They're up 40-30. It's crucial to move the ball around when you're looking at baseliners.
Definitely.
Really don't want to get stuck with the ball short or in the middle of the net, in the middle of the court, excuse me. You could see Notre Dame was trying to switch it up by throwing in a slice. But
I think that was pretty smart, even though it was a little. I think it was a little bit short, but I think kind of mixing it up against big hitters is definitely a good play for Notre Dame here.
Absolutely, and we see again Noad scoring.
Yeah, he's back. Yeah.
Different kind of pressure for Noad scoring in singles than doubles, I think.
Oh yeah, really. It's, do you be aggressive? Do you kind of be defensive? But it was a great job by Iowa to be able to hold that.
On court 8.
Get that first break.
That was the play fair in action, but let's go back to court number 1. So Iowa up a break here.
That was a big first game. A good break there. It looks like Iowa has a pretty good serve, so it was big for her to get that first break.
Yeah, the no-ad scoring, like Cece mentioned, just puts a different level of pressure, especially in singles. You really have to be efficient with your strategy and really execute.
Definitely, and no loose errors on those points for sure.
Errors, absolutely.
Yeah.
Great energy by both sides.
Iowa coach Sasha Schmidt, longtime collegiate coach, giving some pointers here. Very excited here. Iowa played one of the first college tennis matches at the USTA national campus 2 years ago against UCF.
Yeah, I'm sure Iowa was happy to be down here, get out of the cold.
She was coaching on court 2, but here we are on court 1.
Yep.
Good first point there by Notre Dame.
Got Elise Van Hoeven playing Zoe
Spence.
Zoe Spence here on court number 1.
Zoe Spence, a junior out of Chicago, Illinois, leading the team at the number 1 position.
Iowa pretty young, if you look at their top 6, 3 of the players are freshmen. They're number 2, they're number 3, and they're number 5. Van Hoevelen, nice game. We saw her in the doubles.
Yeah, just very solid, and it's just interesting to see.
One-handed backhand, Jordan. I really enjoy watching her hit that one-handed backhand.
Yeah, the one-handed backhand just gives another great opportunity to put some different spin on the ball and get some different angles, so that's great to see. Notre Dame up 30-love in court 1, looking to break back to get back on serve.
we have a challenge. And here comes the umpire. All right, so we've talked about it. Now we're going to really see this in action.
Very interesting.
I'm just going to time this just so that we get a little idea how long an overturn takes.
Yeah, it takes a little bit longer than typical.
But it's good to have.
But it's great to have.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's also too if you're using it to if it was really a call that's close.
Absolutely.
If you're using it to stall potentially, then maybe not. But on the tour, the pro tour, I'm sure the players have different strategies behind this as well.
Definitely. Yeah, for sure. I think it's definitely a good tool though to have just for the players, kind of safety on calls for sure.
Absolutely. A little windy out here. Hold tight as we wait for the play site review. Notre Dame up on courts 2, 3, 4.
So there's a overturn
Correction.
here. 15:30. So the technology pays off in this case. Took about a minute, so that's not too bad.
Not too bad.
Huge serve from Iowa and really putting Notre Dame on the defense early on the point.
Big energy from Iowa on these courts so far, for sure.
Really, Notre Dame's got a couple leads as we look down the line, but this first one's been pretty close. That backhand flew. It's tough with that one-hander because you're catching it up. The high one-hander, I guess I should say.
The high one-hander is tough, and if Zoe's able to put a little bit more height on that backhand ball, it really will give her a great opportunity.
She threw some big spin there.
Big spin, and that really set her up well on that point.
I think, Zoe's got to definitely exploit that backhand.
Second serve. Break point for Notre Dame.
Outside.
Big break there.
If you're going to miss a serve, though, you want to miss it long versus in the net, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, for sure. You can definitely always, put a little more spin on it to make it go, closer inside. But it's tough to, once you're hitting it in the net, tough to get it back over.
Yeah, and it's a little bit windy out here, so spin on that on both.
So important.
First and second serve is so important. Otherwise, the ball will kind of get carried by the wind.
Quick update: Notre Dame up on court 2, Notre Dame up on court 3, Notre Dame up on court 4.
And is this match playing to clinch, or are we finishing all the?
They're going to finish.
They're finishing. Okay.
Yeah, they're going to play this match out. Probably wanting to get those matches in as you get into conference play.
Definitely.
That's the interesting thing about the clinch is that as you get late in the season, you got players sometimes that haven't finished a match in a month.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden, hey, you got to serve it out at 5-4 in the third.
It's definitely tough then, mentally for sure too.
Overhead there, just solid finish as a plane flies over.
She's got a good snap on her serve and overhead. Iowa on court 1.
Another good finish there.
Zoe's great job trying to be defensive, but just too tough for Iowa. Really able to stay focused and finish that point.
There's this replay coming, and that backhand approach, boy.
She's gotten to the net a lot in these first few games. A lot of overheads.
She may have missed that high backhand a few points ago, but that approach, that was very aggressive.
Clean.
I see court 5. Iowa's up 3-love, and on court 6, looks to be even. We're 40-15. Oh, sorry, 15-40 here. Some break points.
A lot of break points in these first few games. Wow, great hands there from Notre Dame.
Jordan, what do we have on court 6 right now?
Court 6, 2-1 Notre Dame leads. Notre Dame's down 15-40. Looking to go up 3-1.
Iowa 2-1 up a break. So Notre Dame 3, Iowa 3 early on here, but just the first 3 or 4 games as we switch sides, we get a shot here. Coach we get a Zoe Spence. And Sasha Schmidt giving some pointers to her #1 player. Talked to Sasha this morning. She talked about how young her team is and how excited she is about the future in the Big Ten and nationally.
Yeah, it's
Allison. And here we go, the Notre Dame coach, Allison Silverio, spending a couple days here on the national campus and giving her top players some pointers. This is her first season. Allison was at Oregon before this, and she was successful there, a successful player. She's excited about her roster. She inherited this team, but she said that the former legendary coach, Jay Louderback, left her with a lot of talent, and they're going to continue to recruit and try to stay on American soil.
Yeah, that's great to see. I mean, especially at the collegiate level, it's not too often that we see all-American teams.
It's great to see that, for sure.
It's great to see that, yeah, and looks like she's doing a fantastic job. Notre Dame goes up 4-0 on court 2. And
Couple 4-0s here.
Couple 4-0s, yeah.
4-1.
Court 2, 3, and 4. Iowa to serve, up a break, 2-1 on court 1.
Great backhand volley. Wow.
Wow, that was amazing.
That looked like WTA.
Yeah, oh, for sure. This girl definitely has some shots that could for sure be in the WTA.
Yeah, she does a great job with that backhand volley. I mean,
Yep.
That's Elise Van Hoevelen. And Elise is from England, playing #1 for the Hawkeyes.
I think a lot of one-handed backhanders have a great net game. They seem to come in a lot and big serves.
Now that one wasn't
Right when I
quite as
said that.
successful, but she and Sam Mannix have been switching off 1 and 2. Sam Mannix is right next to her. She's down right now 4-love as these matches, these first sets continue to build.
Yeah, and it looks like it's just coming down to those executing on those big points. I mean, Iowa's able to be aggressive, but it looks like they're just missing some of those key points that's making a difference in the games. Notre Notre Dame just staying very solid, very consistent, very
double
playbook.
fault. And that was a sort of a double fault where you just kind of saw her head drop on that one.
Yeah.
Came down a little too fast.
Got to keep that head up on the serve.
Maybe after this game we could move to court 2, court 8 here in the Collegiate Center. This is the home of the NCAA championships in May. It's the road to May. Wow, that was a great point there. So it's just about being consistently playing those types of points. But Spence also, with the slice forehand, I mean, she can take you out of your game as well.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And Zoe gets a lot of balls back. So, I mean, I was really going to have to stay focused on, like you mentioned, Scott, staying consistent and staying in the point. Keep putting that pressure on them. Notre Dame goes up 5-0 on court 2. That error right there by Iowa is just tough after coming off of a great rally and great point. That just keeps Zoe and
Zoe
now
pushed
up a
her
break
pretty
point.
wide there, too.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, she really set herself up to, you know, put Iowa on her back foot. Iowa serving to hold and stay in the game.
Break point chance here for
important to get the first serve in here. A good look at a second serve for Notre Dame. It's important on break points. I think you get a lot of confidence if your opponent misses a first serve.
Absolutely. Let's see if Zoe's able to put that pressure on her for a second serve return.
Wow.
Tough volley.
That was a
very good volley.
That was a drop shot, and the slice and the wind might have helped a little bit, but great job by Iowa.
All right, so we've got a no-ad point. Boy, we love these no-ad points, don't we?
Yeah.
A lot of them so far.
Bring the excitement. Let's check this replay out. A little slice to slice.
Big hold from Iowa. So we kind of, you know, her backhand almost went straight down. That was
Good
great
kick
spin.
serve.
Yeah, good kick serve.
Yeah.
Really have to hit up on those spin serve.
So if we could move down the line here as we watch some of these first sets.
It's going to be a huge hold for Notre Dame.
We're going to need it. Yeah.
Don't want to let them get that set away from you.
And Cece, have you ever played Zoe Spence or just in the juniors?
I don't think I ever played her, but we were always in the same tournaments.
Backhand better than her forehand? From what you've seen so far, I mean, she's slicing that forehand a lot right now.
Yeah, I think it's good that she's slicing just to kind of get Iowa out of her rhythm, but I think maybe needs to be a little bit deeper. But yeah, I remember her backhand being better than her forehand in juniors.
She's looking like she doesn't like the ball, or she wants it swapped out. So we just went up to the umpire, giving some ball back. Yeah, that's tough. Notre Dame making some errors on court 1. Down love 30.
(3-1). Iowa here on court number 1. Spence serving for the Irish. USTA National Campus Collegiate Center. Special Collegiate Series. Oh.
Great backhand.
But don't you love that one-handed power backhand come into the net off the serve?
I mean, yeah, that was great, and great job by Zoe to be able to angle that one. Let's take a look at that replay. That was just a clean winner. Tough shot. Good look from Iowa to hit that and come in. I think that was a good move.
.40. Iowa looking to go 4-1.
And first set goes to Notre Dame on court 2.
A set point on court 4 as well for Notre Dame. Deuce point.
I tell you, this backhand of Van Hoevelen is just a rocket. It is so strong.
Yep.
She's got Spence on her heels right now.
Not often do you see a good one-handed backhand like that too, a powerful one.
Yeah, and you
She
see,
uses it well.
Yeah, Zoe being a little bit more defensive, playing with her forehand, doing more chipping, but I would like to see Zoe be a little bit more aggressive with her forehand, angle some shots, and maybe put a little bit more spin, like you mentioned earlier, Cece, really exploit that backhand and force Iowa to hit a better shot.
Yep.
I think I would like to see a little switch up of the strategy from Zoe, just to see if being aggressive
And I think
would
they're
help.
talking about that right now, Jordan,
Yeah.
here, probably saying, hey, we have to do something different.
Absolutely.
Change it up a bit.
Yeah, change it up.
Cece, I have a question. After the coin flips, do you choose to serve or receive?
If I win, I usually choose to receive. Yeah. Just to kind of get into
your
the match a
strategy
little bit.
behind that
Yeah.
is just get into the match a little bit?
Yeah, and kind of use the first game as like a nerve calming, kind of get warmed up type of game.
If you're nervous, is it easier to hold or break?
For me, break actually.
I know the
Most
feeling.
players, I think maybe is hold, but I think a little easier for me to break.
I would agree. I would choose.
Women's tennis is definitely different.
Definitely
Yeah.
different. Yeah. Zoe changes her strategy up a little bit here on court 1 against Iowa. First point goes to Notre Dame.
Yeah, we talked about how Notre Dame's winning on court 2, 3, 4, down on 5, up on 6. So 4-2 right now, and just in terms of scoring leads. But as we know, there'll be plenty of momentum shifts.
Definitely.
I think that for Spence, that it's about staying in the point as long as possible.
Yeah, and kind of pushing Iowa to force some errors, I think.
Absolutely, yeah.
Second serve here.
Great body serve.
Really great body serve there.
Court 2. Second serve on court 1.
Great forehand there.
Yeah, Spencer's just
solid.
leaving it too much hanging in the middle of the court. Not
A little
enough.
bit too short.
A little bit too short. Yeah, not enough
Here we see the
on the
replay.
ball. Let's look at the replay here. Zoe's really hitting off her back foot, whereas you see Iowa is really stepping in on the ball nicely, really putting that pressure on.
For sure.
Big serve on court 1. Brings it to 30 all. Iowa is fighting on all courts. A
lot of
great
energy.
Yeah, absolutely. That's one thing about college tennis, I find that, the more energy you provide, it kind of rallies the whole team. So
Exactly.
that's great to see.
Super important, even if you're down in college, for sure.
Absolutely.
To keep that energy, because you never know, the momentum changes and
Exactly.
everything else.
Wow.
Great point again
Great
by
change in
Iowa there.
directions of the ball there. That really can take you to the next level, right?
Yeah.
Definitely.
And Jordan and Cece, it's been hot this week, but today it's nice, but certainly cloudy and a little cooler.
Yeah, I mean, weather-wise, great day for tennis.
Yeah.
I mean, these are the most ideal conditions. A little windy, but it's better than having that heat. I mean, just yesterday it was 86
Very
degrees.
warm, yeah.
Very warm. So.
Definitely a change for the players too. I think it definitely takes a bit to get used to kind of a chillier, windy day compared to yesterday, which was pretty hot.
Absolutely, and both of these teams, being in the Midwest, probably play most of their season indoors.
Yeah,
So.
not used to the conditions as much.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Wow.
great shot there.
Wow, great angle there.
Great backhand on a point where Iowa had the game point. Now we see no ad, deuce. Let's see if Spence can carry that momentum into this next point.
Big point for sure.
Big point. You see the Iowa on court 2, just great energy, really fighting through every point. I mean, you love to see that, just motivating yourself. Here on court 1, we have second serve underway. No ad. Deuce.
Another no-ad point. How many no-ad points have we seen?
Tons.
A ton of no ad point.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very exciting, to say the least.
It really comes down to then, kind of nerves on those points and
Yes.
who can keep calm the most and play those points the smartest, I think.
Yeah.
Van Hoevelen, 5-1. But the Irish are looking solid down the row here as you've got up 6-love, up 6-1, up 5-3, down 4-3, up 5-2.
Yeah. I mean, you hear more of the, enthusiasm from Iowa's team, but I mean, Notre Dame is really dominating and just
set.
won the set.
Court 4.
Court 4, yeah. So,
Wow. Great net play by Iowa still in court 1.
court 1, yeah, they're looking to go ahead and secure this set. That would be Iowa's first set win.
All right.
All the singles matches.
Looks like court 5, Iowa's up 4-3, but on serve.
Yes, on
So-
serve.
So ladies, after this game, if this happens to be the last game, what court do you think is the second most intriguing?
I would say court 5.
Yeah.
It looks like. I mean, they're pretty close down there.
Very
They're on
close.
serve. Yeah.
Let's see what happens here. 5-1, 30-love.
Yeah.
We've been on top of this match.
I mean, on this first court, you really just see so much more energy from Iowa. She's dominating. Spencer's really just on her back foot, playing defense the whole time. Really like to see if that will shift as we continue along here, but Notre Dame trying to hold on in this first court. Down 1-5, 15-30. Great serve.
That wasn't, good serve right to the body.
Yeah, good body serve there. I think that's great against one-handed backhand players to kind of get him jammed in there.
Yeah, their back foot.
Overplaying a little bit here, I mean, Elise has played a great set, but just a couple errors here. Maybe it's because she's up and she feels like she can kind of...
Yeah, a little bit more relaxed.
I think that's where Spence needs to take advantage for sure, though. Any time where Iowa goes off here, she needs to really take advantage of those errors and try and build some momentum off of it.
Absolutely, and let's see if she's able to execute right now on this game point.
We're going to watch this game, and then we're going to look to get to court 11. 4-3 Iowa, but game point for the Irish down on court 5. Line court 5.
Great place.
Great pass.
Yeah.
Great pass.
That was huge.
Passing shots really need to be on. Playing Iowa with the great volleys.
Yeah, it's a good opportunity for Spence to stay in the set.
All right, so let's go down to court 11, which is team number 5, line 5 here, and it's 4-3, now 4-all, with Notre Dame winning that last point.
We see on court 12, line 6, Notre Dame just won that first set. So Notre Dame is up on 4 courts, winning that first set.
This has been the closest set, really, because it's somewhat lopsided. If you look at court 1, and then Notre Dame's got some of the other courts going.
Yeah. We're seeing a lot of no-ad points. I mean,
tons.
It's just that momentum just really is so important in those no-ad points. I mean, I remember when I played college tennis, we didn't have that. We would just play it out. It would make the matches a little bit longer, but definitely didn't have that pressure. So yeah.
And the idea behind it is to shorten the college tennis match, get to pressure sooner.
Yes.
There was some player development questions. Hey, in the tour they play longer, but I think the coaches have been well received. The players, I think the players get used to it.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the no warm up. I mean,
absolutely.
Gosh, they warm up for an hour. I mean, they kind of ready, except for the new balls.
I think so. I think that's smart. Yeah.
I think it is too.
I don't think you need to waste more time warming up again when the players just play doubles.
Exactly.
They wouldn't do that on the tour though, just because.
I don't know. I mean,
you sit around the locker room, so you kind of need to warm up a little bit more, right?
You don't usually play doubles before singles, I'd say. Yeah.
So you kind of have that set under your belt.
Yeah, exactly. But I like the idea of it, for sure. Did you like the regular scoring in doubles rather than the no ad? Would you prefer that?
I actually prefer the no ad. I mean, like the shorter sets, and I mean we played to 8. We played a pro set. Now it's to 6, a regular set. So I mean it just makes you be more focused in that moment. No room for error.
Great.
Yeah, just really changes how the game is played.
Yeah.
So.
There was a shot of us there for a second. All right, so we're as close as we could be here on court 5.
Yep.
Iowa's definitely trying to make a comeback in court 2 and 3.
Yeah,
we've got just a quick update.
Court 4.
Sorry to interrupt, but we have a set point for Iowa on court 1.
First
and it's
set
a
goes.
first set on court 1 as we watch here.
That's Iowa's first set that they've won in singles. So
It was outside, so
great
Iowa a
momentum.
chance to hold here on court 5. And Cece, so tell us a little bit about your experience here at the national campus and just the growth you see on a daily basis.
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, there's, matches and tournaments going on pretty much every day here. I'd say whenever I walk over to the Team USA side, there's always, especially during this month when there's a lot of college tennis, but there's always different tournaments going on. So it's really great to see how, the tennis is growing, and I feel like the sport's growing so much at the moment too, just in general.
Well, and you see a lot of dirt trucks and
Yes.
tractors, and they're moving dirt around. They're building a new hotel right out in front as you drive up on the national campus, and it is so diverse in what you get to see here, from
Definitely.
wheelchair to high performance
Everything.
to college. It's
Everything.
just amazing, and it's only going to get greater.
Yeah, no, it's so great how much, different types of tennis there is in different divisions, so it's awesome.
Yeah, I've seen that programming from all levels. Little kids coming to do lessons and
League tournaments for adults too,
tournaments
yeah.
for adults. You see some high school matches being
Yeah,
played here.
so fun.
Just very much a variety of ages and playing levels here at the national campus, really fostering growth and involvement of the public and community. So that's great to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so awesome. It's fun for everyone too to see how many different divisions and levels there are
Yes.
playing around you all the time.
All the
I know,
time.
and the Welcome Centers I was saying earlier, Division 1 and 3 coaches, players, they're interacting together. It's really kind of great these few weeks for college tennis on the campus.
Oh,
Of course, a lot to look forward to as we go to the road to May. We've got the NCAA championships here. It is 5-4 Notre Dame. They just won
That deuce point.
the crucial no-ad point. I mean, we're seeing it here. And how many challenges would you say we've seen out here so far? I know we've seen probably about a handful.
probably
Maybe
about five.
Yeah.
About 5 challenges. It takes, like Scott said, about a minute for them to review that play
Now,
site.
do you think the players are not looking to it as much just because of how long it takes? Maybe?
You wonder. I mean, I think it's a great tool, but you risk, if you slow down, get cold.
Momentum.
Yeah, the momentum.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So I think the only challenge, if they really feel like it's,
It's
something worth
for sure.
challenging.
Yeah.
Well, it's great to just be trying new things. I mean, they talked
Absolutely.
about
Yeah.
how the national campus was a place of innovation, and a coach
Yes.
said to me this week, he said, well, you build it and you get innovation.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
You can't have all this tennis going on and new things not come out.
Absolutely.
For sure.
And so that's been really neat. But
And
we got-
playsight's a great tool anyway,
Yes.
for other things too. So.
It is, definitely.
I mean, it's great to see. I mean, here at the campus, really trying to be the leader for innovative change with technology and, like you said, in player development. It's just a variety of tools at your
Yep.
guys' disposal.
Oh, yeah. It's so great for everyone.
Absolutely. Great energy on all of the courts. We're seeing a close battle
Watch
still.
Notre Dame try to serve this court number 5 out.
Court
right?
5, yeah.
A lefty.
5-4. Notre Dame is up, looking to go ahead and secure that set.
Brooke Brada, a lefty. Notre Dame here in the near court. Westchester, New York, Ohio. I think of Westchester, thinking New
Yep.
York. Notre Dame did get that first set on 6.
Yes. And reminder for those who are just joining us, Notre Dame did secure a doubles point, so they're up 1-0.
Crucial, that doubles point.
That doubles point is so huge, really set the tone for the momentum
Yeah.
going into the singles.
Especially in pretty much all the first sets here.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And winning 4 first sets so far, looking to court 11 and line 5 to see if they're able to do the same thing and secure that first set on court 5.
Yep.
Up 30 love. Now up set point, 40 love down on court 5.
So great to see players serve out sets like that without any
Yeah.
nerves and things.
Absolutely.
I think that's really great to see.
Yeah. so easy to get tight. You know, it's
Yeah,
much easier just to
especially
play
with a tight
loose.
match like that.
Absolutely.
After winning a big deuce point to go up 5-4.
And there she does it. Notre Dame secures line 5, 6-4. So Notre Dame has now won the first set on 5 courts, minus at line 1, where Iowa took
So you
the
could
first
say
set.
that Notre Dame's in the driver's seat.
They absolutely are.
Winning the
in
doubles
driver's seat.
point,
Yes.
5 out of the first 6 first sets.
But we don't want to take away. We still see on court 4.
Yeah, a lot of
Iowa's
comebacks so far.
Yeah, leading.
Oh, well, there's a lot of tennis to be
A
played.
lot of tennis
Yeah.
to be played. I mean, Iowa's not letting this go easily. They're fighting for every single point, as they should.
It's great to see.
It's great to see.
CC, curious, what is your thought of the drop shot? I mean, is that just you see some of this the baseline exchanges? Is the drop shot a really good play to change things up?
I think it's a good play. You know, we've seen it a lot today. I'd say I wouldn't use it more than a couple times per match, but to definitely throw off your opponent, I think it's great, especially if you're playing a slower player moving forward, for sure. Or someone who doesn't like coming to net, maybe drawing them in. I think it's a great play for that too.
Now, would you drop shot on a high spin ball, or is it normally when it's a more flat ball? What type of ball do you look for when you're gonna go into a drop shot?
I'd say definitely not if you're behind the baseline, but if you're kind of, near the baseline or inside, if it's, a shot that you think is a good one to kind of mix it up, depending on, what type of spin it is, for sure. I think it's harder on slices,
Yes,
definitely.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll take a look at court 4. It seems to be intriguing in the second set. It's
It's a battle.
court 10 here at the Collegiate Center is line number 4. And I don't know if our camera crew can get this, but we do on court 3. We now have a challenge, a play site challenge. But let's take a quick look here. We're still on court 5. Okay, so here we go. We're on court 4. It is 3-love Iowa. Notre Dame serving in the second set.
Yeah, Iowa's really fighting on that court 4, 3-0, and you see the same thing on court 2. Iowa up 3-1 in the second set. They are not backing down. Great energy.
Bess Waldrum serving for the Irish, junior from Portland, Oregon. She's playing the freshman, Bacala. Trying to get the fire going, get back in the second set.
Great hold.
Don't want to let the set slip away.
Absolutely. That was a crucial hold by Notre Dame, that freshman.
Did you guys
Great
hear what
opportunity.
happened on court 3?
I missed what happened on
I
court
missed it.
3, but we are looking at a no ad. Notre Dame serving, up 1-0. Let's see if they're able to.
Interesting to see a lot of the players taking the ad side on deuce points.
Yeah, you do
on
see that a
deciding
lot. She's serving to a lefty on court 3.
I'm assuming that's why the lefty
Yeah.
chose the ad side
Yes,
for the forehand.
for the forehand, yeah. And she's able to break to stay on serve on court 3. And you just see Iowa doing a great job of remaining
fire
aggressive.
there.
Yeah, they're fired up. Notre Dame is doing a lot of defensive, more consistent play. Iowa's game style seems to be really aggressive baseliner, putting the pressure on, taking risks.
Good camera shot there of Bacala, the
Yeah.
freshman for Iowa. The Hawkeyes have got a very young team.
Tough shot on court 2. Let's see.
Good forehand volley there, but kind of got her to sort of dig that backhand volley up.
Yeah,
CC, I can't imagine it's fun to hit a backhand volley, when you're below the
No,
net, right?
definitely not. That's one of the hardest shots for sure.
Notre Dame looking to break. Ball's just wide on court 4. Up a couple break points. Love 40 on court 4, giving Notre Dame the opportunity to get back on serve. Missed that return just deep.
We're trying to stay in it here. First serve miss on double break, triple break point.
Triple break, yep. No ad.
Big one here.
Big one on court 2.
That's huge for Notre Dame to get there.
Huge.
To go down 4-1, that's a tough.
That would have been tough.
Yeah.
Great hold. Iowa still up a break on court 2. And Notre Dame was able to secure that break on court 4 to be on serve here 2-3 in the second set.
Big forehand there on court 3.
Huge winner. She set it up perfectly, hitting those angles, going down the line, inside out forehand.
Smooth lefty forehand there.
Smooth lefty forehand, yeah. That angle was a tough angle, but she was able to execute.
Yeah.
And then let's try to go to court 6. We haven't had a peek at court 6 yet.
Yeah. Let's check the score.
Good battle in the second set. Notre Dame is up. If we could slide over to court 6, and here we are. A lot of times, Cece, in these college tennis matches, the deciding match comes down to court 6.
Yep.
And it comes down to court 6 because they generally are the grinders, they play the longest points.
Definitely, yeah. It's fun to watch those matches, a lot of long points for sure. I've seen a lot of matches come down to court 6.
A lot of times I count because they're in 24, 25, 26.
100%.
Yeah, Iowa up 3-0 on court 6 in that second set. Notre Dame won the first set. Iowa is fighting. We have a play side challenge on court 3.
She seemed pretty sure of that on that winner there, Iowa.
They'll get the folks out here to review that call.
All right, so here we go.
3-1. 3-1 on court 6. Notre Dame looking to break to
3-0 actually, I think. 3-1 now, sorry.
3-1 now,
Yep, 3-1 now.
Dory Huckleby, she's the lone senior for the Hawkeyes from Detroit, Michigan, making a comeback here after losing the first set 6-2. Serving here in the near court. Outside. So it's 15-all. Now, I've got a question for you, ladies. This is a rah-rah. It's college tennis. Which team is cheering more? Which side do you hear more? Do you hear Hawkeyes? You hear Go Irish?
I'm hearing the Iowa.
Yeah,
Go
me too.
Hawkeyes
Yep.
a lot.
Yep.
Yeah.
I agree.
Do you think that's because they're trying to get everyone more pumped up for a comeback?
I think so. I mean,
in the doubles we saw that too.
In the doubles you see that, and it's almost a mental tactic. Yeah, it's almost a mental tactic. The other courts don't know what the score is on a court maybe
a couple courts down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so. That energy, that's huge. That screaming, that's huge.
I think team personalities come different depending on who's on the team. Sometimes the coaching personality, they just, they choose to go about it a different way. Allison Silverio's mentor, Brian Shelton, was very much kind of the, quiet, but really gets the job done.
Yeah.
And then you have other teams are, man, up and down. They're yelling "Go Waves" or Roll Tide or whatever it is.
Yeah, some coaches really encourage players to, like you said, get out there and make noise, be energized. So we're really feeling that from Iowa's side.
Yeah, definitely. Notre Dame's a little bit more calm, cool, collected, I'd say. Still got definitely some energy, though.
Yes. Yeah, it's tough.
And after this game, maybe we can slide over to court 2.
Yeah, this is
we're
tough battle.
starting to see a little bit of action brew here on court 2.
And
let's watch this is a 30-all.
Big point on court 6.
Huckabee serving for the Hawkeyes.
huge hold by Notre Dame on court 2. 3-4, second set.
Miss there.
Energy.
So now with a break point. Irish with a break point.
Little different on all 6 courts. I would say the second set is a little bit closer on all of the courts. I mean, you don't see a match that's not within about a game on any of these courts.
100%.
Just tell each point is important. They're fighting. Both teams are really focused here in the second set. Here on court 2, be a huge opportunity for either Notre Dame to break or Iowa to go up and hold 5-3. Great energy,
good slice,
great momentum.
Oh, and it's a break of serve on court 6. Notre Dame breaks to get back on serve.
It's a good break there to not go down in the second, 4-1.
And if we could get to court 2. See Notre Dame with the first set lead, but Iowa now up 4-3 serving. All right.
Crucial for Notre Dame to break back here.
Yes.
Gotta love this camera shot. You can get a little.
Yeah, it's a great one.
Take a little look at court 1, a little court 3, see a lake in the background. Here we are, Orlando, Florida, Lake Nona.
You really feel the stands, a lot of people here out watching matches.
Yeah, definitely.
People out here for college spring break, and we have UVA men's versus UCF men's starting underway at 1 p.m. So a lot of activity here on the collegiate side.
Come back on court 1 for Notre Dame right now too.
Yeah, she's getting a lot of
found her rhythm maybe.
Yeah, found her rhythm, staying consistent.
We see a put away there for Sam Mannix.
Huge close at the net. I mean, we're 30-all here. This is a huge, important hold for.
It's really nice to see a lot of the players coming to the net.
Yeah, you're seeing that a lot on all of the courts.
Yeah, a lot.
Control the middle of the court. Right?
Controlling that, yeah. And I think that's a huge change for the women's game, especially to see more of the closing of the points at the net.
Yeah.
You're used to seeing that on the men's side, but a lot of times you see the women now coming in looking to finish that
a lot more net players.
Yeah, a lot
definitely.
more net players. I mean, look right here, coming in to close at the net.
That was a great first volley too. Great first volley
great
to set her up.
Yeah. I mean, puts her in great position to go up 40-30. Up 4-3 in the second set. Iowa.
6-love for the Irish, 4-3 for the Hawkeyes, serving 40-30 right now. Second serve for Mannix.
That's a great pass.
Wow, now that's a
Huge
one of
point.
our better points of the day, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Great one.
Great job, Notre Dame staying steady. Iowa, great aggression, just wasn't able to finish there at the net. Now we get to another no ad scoring to decide this game. Notre Dame looking for that big break right here in the second set. Let's see who chooses to take that return from the ad side. Wow, and fantastic break for Notre Dame.
So crucial.
That's a crucial. I mean, that's a game changer.
Oh yeah,
Really
to be
is.
serving now 4-all. That's a
yeah.
big step.
Tries to turn some of these matches around.
Yeah.
You talk about momentum, it's little things, and then the other courts feed off of it.
Absolutely.
Definitely. That's one of the biggest things in college tennis, I think.
Kind of the neat thing too about college, this facility is it's 6 in a row, so
Yes.
you can really
Yeah.
sort of feel the momentum up and down.
It's a great place to play collegiate matches. The stands make it easy for the fans to watch all 6 matches. Really a great situation here at the national campus.
Definitely.
Oh, there's going to be a challenge here, no? Oh, so it was overruled. And Notre Dame chooses not to challenge, and now down 30-love at 4-all in the second set.
Yeah, that was
There's Mannix who
Huge opportunity.
questioned that call there,
yeah.
and the umpire went with it. And then Notre Dame, no reluctancy there, just moved on, played the point.
Notre Dame missing a couple of key points. Looking to try to be aggressive, just not, not fully executing.
Yeah.
Missing just barely on that ball out wide. Serving to try to stay in the game.
Yeah, I'm hearing the Hawkeyes. They're trying.
I'm
They
hearing
want to
them.
get back into this.
For sure. They're doing well on all the courts in the second, for sure.
Yeah. And Iowa played a match. Let's watch this point. Iowa played a match down at Florida Gulf Coast, so they've been in Florida for a little while. Notre Dame's starting their Florida swing. They're here today. They'll be down in Miami on
Florida
Friday,
State.
and then up to Florida State on Sunday.
Not a bad spring break schedule.
No.
Coming to Florida. Yeah.
Playing a lot of great matches.
Yeah, a lot of great matches.
It's great to be able, when you're Notre Dame and you've been inside, to be able to come play a match and then go play the Miami Florida State matches is certainly helps. It helps a lot.
Wow, great. Yeah. Huge to get back to
Huge
deuce
to come
there.
back to deuce from love 40. Serving that out and staying strong.
That's such a big point of the match.
Absolutely. I mean, now it really puts all the pressure on Iowa to make a good return and stay loose. I mean, look at that
Great replay.
Just great job closing at the net. Awesome
Very
volley.
good.
All about placement, you know, not worried about the power.
All right, no add point.
Wow. She showed no hesitation, Iowa, on that deuce point, which is, that's great to see. Oh my goodness.
Huge. I mean, that is just fantastic. Look at that replay. I mean, great dig by Notre Dame, but
Iowa's just in the driver's seat that whole point. That's huge on deuce points. Wow. No nerves there.
No nerves, all aggression.
Took control right away.
I mean, and that's almost what you have to do in situations like that. Just stay aggressive.
Down a set.
Yeah, absolutely. You have nothing to lose. So great execution by Iowa. Now to get that break and go up 5-4.
And we see the coaching here. Iowa's assistant coach giving some tips. I think that Cece, what do you think about sort of the on-court coaching? I know it's being used on the WTA. And
I like it. I think it's a good addition. I think it helps a lot, but I think, players, kind of have certain game styles, and I think if you go into a match with, an idea, I don't think you can change it too much during the match, I'd say. I don't think a coach is going to drastically, improve or make you worse. So I think it's a great addition to have a bit of extra support on court.
Absolutely.
I think. Yeah. I mainly use it just for a little extra support, a little boost.
Absolutely.
Not necessarily, for any more, crazy different game plays or anything like that.
We're going to stay here on court 2. It's 5-4. There's a lot of action on these courts right now.
Notre Dame looking to fight, to break, to stay in the second set.
I don't know if you all can hear that. This is the University of Virginia men's tennis huddle. They're about to play UCF right behind us. If you hear some noise, that's the announcements as they get on their way. 1 o'clock start for them.
Close second sets on pretty much all of the matches here.
15 all here on court 2.
Both teams are fighting. Let's see.
Wow, great
shot.
point. Great point there. Yeah.
That was just great placement. It's so easy to get in those situations to try to do too much or really go for it. Let's look at that replay again. Great volley, backhand volley. She was really just able to get in great position to go down the line and hit that forehand winner.
Definitely.
Right.
Great passing shot. It's great to see they're coming into the net, really trying different things, putting pressure on their opponent. 30-15, Notre Dame. Iowa serving to close the set out. That was a huge serve. You saw the spin on that.
Yeah, you really saw that move.
Good fire there from Mannix.
Yeah.
Knows how important this is. Want to make the match close because then you just don't know.
You don't know. The other courts, they're all pretty close at this point. Very close, actually, in the second set. Wow.
Huge first serve.
That's such a good time to do that.
That's an ace. That is a great serve down the tee. Not too much Notre Dame could do with that one. Iowa
Set
up
point here.
for the set.
Looking for a third. Hawkeyes.
Stayed so calm on this serving game, too.
Absolutely.
And for the deuce point in that last game, it's been a great final 2 games of the set.
Looking for a second serve here so that it won't have to go to no ad scoring. Let's see.
Wow.
Great.
Wow. Yeah.
Fantastic.
She almost kind of took what Iowa did on that last deuce point.
I mean, this
Very
replay just
aggressive.
shows how important it is to remain aggressive on those close points. Notre Dame took control, didn't allow Iowa to get ahead, and was able to execute that fantastic
Changing directions.
backhand down the line winner.
All right, no ad. Here we go.
This is huge point, big point. Second serve here, court 2. Wow.
Wow.
Don't like to see a double fault.
Wow.
Goodness.
What a turnaround there.
What a turnaround.
We really thought that set was for Iowa
Wait
there.
for that second serve, though.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean.
All right, so we're
That's
foul,
tough.
ladies. Should we stay on this court, or are you thinking we need to move down to court 4, where it's 5-4 for Iowa?
I think we maybe stay on court 2.
All right, well, we're
This
going to
momentum.
post it
Yeah.
on scores.
Yes.
It does look like Notre Dame's winning. Pretty good chance of winning on court 3, but it's close on 4, close on 5, close on 6.
Close on all courts. Yep. Notre Dame to serve, 5-all. Court 2.
Notre Dame really has been more aggressive these last few points. I think it's really paying off.
Absolutely. You almost wonder if that was maybe some of the talk from during that last break that the coach say, just stay aggressive, stay putting the pressure on the opponent.
You really do feel the pressure when your opponent is being this aggressive and this tight of a point in the match, for sure.
Absolutely. I mean, great angles. And you see Iowa just kind of making some easy, unforced errors.
No, she's frustrated, right?
She's very frustrated. She mentally probably thought she had the set, and Notre
We did
Dame.
too.
Yeah, we did too.
So you double fall to lose the game. How are you in the next bit?
It's definitely tough to come back from, but you just got to really move on and not think about it too much, I think. There's always a next point waiting for you, so I think just move on as quick as possible.
Absolutely. Notre Dame up 30 love, second serve here on court 2.
Court 2 and 4 right now. I've got, both 5-all in the second. That looked out. That was out.
You guys
We're
can
kinda
see
going-
it's
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
We're going up and down.
I think we're almost as tight as the players right now.
Trying to follow that point, I tell you.
Oh man, couldn't imagine being out there right now. That
40
was
love.
tough.
Notre
40
Dame.
love.
And look at this replay. What a point. We
Tough
thought the
Big
first one
point.
might be wide, but
Didn't call it.
back live now. I want to thank our crew for these wonderful replays.
5-2 on the first court now for Notre Dame.
That was out.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow,
and it
what a
didn't need to-
turnaround.
and it didn't need to be that good of a
No,
volley,
no.
right?
Didn't. No.
Just needed to be
She
in the middle of
already
the court. She was pretty much done with that point.
6-5 for Notre Dame.
Great hold. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Coach Allison Silverio's got to be happy.
Yeah.
Even with a lead, even if you think you're going to win, you want to close sets out.
Yes, yes.
I mean, you really wonder if the talk at the last
We wonder what the
said.
yeah,
I mean,
what the
'cause
conversation was.
You see the change in aggression from Notre Dame and Iowa. Kind
Seems to be a
of falling
similar score on court 4 too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
5-all. Iowa serving to go up 6-5, up 40-30.
Now the Iowa coach seems to be consulting the player on court 2 now. What do you think they'd be talking
Coaching
about at this
makes
moment?
a difference.
Yeah. I think, Iowa did so well when she was being aggressive.
Yeah,
so I
stick
really
with that.
Sticking with that, reminding, don't need to go for anything too big.
Yeah.
Staying in the point, forcing your opponent to hit more shots, hit those big balls. So I think it's we hopefully will see from Iowa in this game just a level of consistency, but still aggression, putting pressure on Notre Dame to really execute.
Now set point on court 1 now.
Change
For
of
Notre
events
Dame,
there,
yeah.
Notre Dame looking to split sets on court 1. We have a no-ad scoring, 5-all on court 4. Let's see.
I just think you need to focus on making first serves for Iowa now at this point on court 2.
Absolutely.
No free points like that, especially this late in the second.
Yeah, this late in the second, you just have to be so focused on every single ball. You almost wonder if she's still in her head about
those 2 set points. Yeah.
That's tough mentally.
You can almost see it a little bit. Yeah. That's very tough mentally.
Yeah. Mannix sort of flipping the forehand, kind of coming off the forehand, just kind of rolling it a little bit right there.
Now a set for Notre Dame on court 1.
Not a great miss for Boychek there.
Yeah.
I'm just turning around right now, catching just a little of this UCF UVA doubles. They're just getting started. I'm looking at the assistant coach, Scott Brown of UVA. He's wearing long sleeves out here. Yesterday I saw a coach in a vest and long sleeves on it. And it was easily 75, 80 degrees out.
At least, yeah.
At least. Yesterday was definitely warmer.
All right, 15-all.
Notre Dame State remaining aggressive.
Go Notre Dame.
Up 30-15 here. Second set. Up 6-5 for Notre Dame.
Big momentum here if Notre Dame were to get this game. Just starting a third set on court 1.
Wow.
Tennis.
Yeah.
Point.
I tell
Great
you,
point.
getting to the net, just that aggressiveness alone, gives you that advantage. If you can convert a volley, as we look at this replay.
Yeah, getting to the net first changed the momentum we see. Great dig out on the backhand side to make the score 30-all.
Come on.
Notre Dame definitely didn't do anything wrong there, I think.
Oh, no,
yeah, it's a great point from Iowa.
It's a great point from Iowa, yeah. Second serve here on court 2.
Wow. Interesting stance there. Very far in by Notre Dame to try and kind of shake the serve of Iowa there. Wow.
They needed that, didn't
they really did there. Great close.
Yeah, that's tough. Let's look at the replay. That was good. I think
I like what Notre Dame did on the return there, trying to mess up kind of the server's rhythm. I think that was smart.
That was smart. I think that was just a great execution. Iowa coming in and closing that point at the net. Iowa staying in there fighting, serving 40-30.
Wow.
Right
when you think, one's going to take it, the other one comes back right away. That's just huge.
Mannix, the freshman.
Great fight. We're going to be in for a tie break here. on court 2.
A lot of close second sets here.
A lot of close second
On
sets.
court 4 as well, getting a little closer to the finish line for Notre Dame.
Absolutely, and they're at 30 all on court 4. Notre Dame up 6-5. Notre Dame looking to avoid going into a tiebreak there and wanted to close out the match in 2 sets. Huge opportunity, court 3. Notre Dame goes up 5-3, won the first set 6-1.
Big deuce point there.
Huge deuce point.
To either make it 4-all or 5-3 is a big difference. Wow, that was great. Back to the aggressive play there.
Great aggressive.
Really good there.
I mean, in tiebreakers.
Wojciech from Notre Dame.
Huge, yeah.
It's interesting the score lines too. First set 6-0, and then this set, already had a tiebreak at 6-all.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I feel like it happens like that sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes it takes a little bit longer for the player to warm up, adjust to the conditions, and you see a different player in the second set. I mean,
definitely.
Tiebreakers are so crucial too, so it's interesting to see if their game styles and the strategy or
what changes.
Yeah,
for sure.
I'm sure we'll see Notre Dame remaining aggressive.
First few points of a tiebreak are so key.
Especially
Yeah.
first to 4. Right?
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you can get there first,
Yep. And then a couple of free points and you're there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Outside.
Notre Dame
out.
a lead there. It's really great. First 2 points.
That was a great move by Iowa to come in on that short ball. Just missed it a little long, but that was a great idea.
So Notre Dame
Match.
Wow.
ends at 4, and they're up at 3. So
Possibly 2 as well. Yep.
Court 3.
Match point.
Also match point.
It's funny how they seem to all finish around the
At
same
the same time.
Yeah.
That just gives great, like we talked about, that energy that really fuels the other
rubs
team.
off on everyone.
Rubs off. I mean, you just get energized to close your match out. I mean, look, 3-0 now for Notre Dame here on court 2 in this tiebreaker.
Big first few points there.
Great energy. I mean, you're kind of seeing Iowa's energy kind of being sucked out of them. They can feel it. Great job by Notre Dame, staying consistent and strong in this tiebreak. Notre Dame serving 3-0. Second set.
Wow. Huge return.
Wow.
Risky to go for that close to the line. That's very gutsy.
I mean, that's gutsy.
It's paid off for her though.
Be bold.
Definitely.
You have to be bold. I mean,
down this couple points. I think that was definitely a great play.
Iowa has consistently shown that they play better when they're aggressive. So that was a great opportunity and great execution.
Yep.
To get that point. Wow, it's tough.
That looked like a bad miss, but it was a good second serve.
Yeah, it was definitely a good second serve.
Great second serve placement.
Deep, well placed.
Yep. Not much you can do.
Big point for Notre Dame. Another match point here on court 3.
And it's gonna clinch quickly potentially for the Irish.
Yep. A bunch of the courts close to the finish line.
Absolutely. And that's game, set, match, court 3 for Notre Dame.
We are on the court. Could potentially be the deciding point.
And she's, Notre Dame's really going to feel the energy from her team to get her through this tiebreak. I mean, she's up 4-2. Courts 3 and 4 have already won their match for Notre Dame, so the score is 3-0 right now. Notre Dame has all of the momentum.
Seems to be up on court 5 down there too.
Yes, up on court 5.
4-2 in the second.
Yeah, and serving right now as well.
Changing sides. I'd say compared to the other night, when we go back to talk about this play fair, I'd say it's been quiet comparatively. What we say, we've had under 10 challenges.
Yeah, under 10 challenges.
4-2.
Less challenges, I feel like, in singles than we saw in doubles.
Yeah.
All right, so here we are. 4-2 Notre Dame, second set tiebreaker. Yeah!
Wow, tough back.
Big there. Big.
Unforced error. Just kind of shanked that ball. Didn't get a clean hit.
That 4-2 to 5-2 is a huge difference, I think.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Especially
Serving now, too.
serving now. Yeah, that
Could be closed out pretty quickly.
goes out. Yep.
Big close there. Big close to make a match point there by Notre Dame. That was very, very solid.
Notre Dame has actually clinched this match.
They have.
They have won the doubles point and won on courts 3, 4, and 6.
Number 6 kind of, we thought it was coming into a third
4-0 now.
Yeah.
4-0, and we see our score, 4-0 Notre Dame, and that is the clinching. We're looking for 5-0 right now. Like the serve and volley.
Yep.
I think that's
a fun play when you're up by
by 4 points.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's great. You know, puts pressure on Iowa to make that great of a, great return low. Because when you're coming in the net, you almost have to hit a perfect low shot at the feet. So
Yeah.
great job by Iowa to stay in that. Notre Dame up 6-3, 3 match points.
there it is.
Just wide, and there it is. Here on court 2, Notre Dame.
Game, set, and match. Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Ali Boychek gets the victory on court 2 with a 6-love, 7-6 victory. All right, we have 2 courts left. Maybe we should sneak down to court number 5.
Court 5, yeah.
I think we've got a little ways to go on court 1 and see if Notre Dame will be able to close that second set out to get the 6th point, or will it go to a third set?
Court 5.
5-0. Notre Dame as we go to court 5.
As we go to court 5.
How about that?
It's a close one. Iowa is serving. It's 30-all. 4-all in the second set. Notre Dame won the first set 6-4. Notre Dame looking to break on this. Iowa looking to hold up 40-30. Huge hold for Iowa to go up 5-4 in the second set. Great energy still from Iowa. Still fighting.
Love to see the fighting still, even though the match is clinched.
Been clinched, yeah.
Yep.
Interesting too, if it does go to a third set, they'll play. So a lot of times they play it.
Tie break.
They do a tie
because
break.
it's already clinched.
Yeah, exactly. And Scott, does it work where some teams the coaches both decide if they want to play out the match or end it at clinch?
They decided before the match started that they were going to play this out.
Yep.
And it looks like on court 1, it's 1-all, and it looks like that they're going to play it out, or they could go to a super tiebreaker even at 1-all.
Yeah.
And still get a result out of it. It's important a lot of times on court 1 because there's ranking points at stake at 1, whereas at court 5 sometimes, the players aren't always ranked.
Right. So court 5, Notre Dame will be serving. It's on serve in the second set, 4-5.
Here we go, see.
Great opportunity by Notre Dame. Once again, just closing very solid at the net on court 5. Really makes all the difference if you're able to close a point at the net.
Really does in college tennis for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, hello?
He can't hear you, Brian. Brian, he can't hear you.
Close point on court 5, 15-all. Notre Dame serving.
Big point here.
Big point, 15-all. Looking to go up 30-15. Great serve, second serve on court 5, and she's Notre Dame's energized, great energy, pumped up.
Love to see that.
I think 30-15. It would be great to get this first serve in, take a little bit of pressure off of her to try to have to do a second serve. It's tough here, second serve. That's tough, a double fault to send it to 30-all on court 5. Maybe got a little tight.
Yeah, first serves are so important at this stage, I think.
Absolutely.
Just got to get a good one here. I remember Brooke from juniors too. She made so many balls in juniors. Was such a great grinder. I think it just doesn't miss.
Yeah, and these tight points just
so important.
So important. Just, force the opponent to hit one more ball.
Yep.
And we have Iowa has a set point actually now on court 5.
Wow. To make it a tiebreak then for the third, I guess.
Yeah. To get that third set tiebreaker. Second serve for Notre Dame.
Important on this second serve here.
Yeah. Let's see.
It's a great play, second serve.
Great placement. Oh, tough. Split sets on court 5. They'll go to a 10-point tiebreaker since the match is decided.
Yep.
Say it again.
They'll do 10-point tiebreaker, right?
All right. So we've got third set down there on court number 5.
They'll do a third set, not a 10-point tiebreaker.
Notre Dame has clinched this match.
Okay.
What's our score, Jordan?
Our score right now is 5-0.
5-0.
Notre Dame won the doubles point, and
right now we're going to sign off here in a minute or two.
Yes.
I want to get your all's closing thoughts.
Yeah.
But Notre Dame's in a third set on 1, Notre Dame, Iowa, and then they're in a third set on court number 5. Starting with you, Jordan, give us your takeaway on the match.
Yeah, definitely. I think this match came down to being aggressive and staying consistent even in those aggressive points. And Notre Dame was just able to do that on both the double side and the single side. You see them closing at the net, staying steady, but staying aggressive as well, putting Iowa on their feet. And I think that really made a difference for Notre Dame to clinch 5-0. And we'll see what happens on these other two, but I just think aggression and staying consistent makes all the difference, and you could really see that with the score and just how they carried themselves.
How it came out today, CC, with Notre Dame.
Yeah, no, I think starting with that doubles point, I think that really gave them momentum going into those first sets, and I think it was so important that all the Notre Dame girls that won the first really stayed strong even when it got close in the second, and they didn't get too nervous, and it's been a really good tennis and great closing out by them.
And we're on court 1. We'll give you a quick scoring update that it's 6-2 Iowa, 6-2 in the second for Notre Dame, and it's 2-all. And we're going to leave you. We want to thank you so much for joining us from the USTA National Campus. And we're on court 1. We're at 2-all. We're not signing off quite yet. And we've got Notre Dame, Zoe Spence serving.
Scott, sign off.
15 love for Iowa.
I've got them all framed up.
$15-all right now. We talked about this earlier about finishing matches and how it can help you down the road, because as you get into conference play, a lot of times it can be clinch. Although in the ACC, they try to play the matches out.
Yeah. Yeah, it just gives that players opportunity to get additional practice, and like you said, the rankings could be at stake. So
I think it's great practice for NCAAs too.
Absolutely, yeah.
Even though it's a little bit far off, but I think it's great to get matches in and third sets
60
in.
days to be exact.
Yeah, okay.
Tickets went on sale.
Not too far off then.
Yeah, not too far off.
Tight call there.
Are they gonna? Looks like we're gonna. No, we're not gonna go to the replay, or we are.
And are they playing a 10-point tiebreak down on court 5, Scott?
Yeah. No,
Okay.
We talked about that sort of match tiebreaker.
So I'm not too sure what the score is, but
This one's gonna play out at
this
2-all,
will play
30-all.
out. Okay.
aggression still there from Iowa.
Oh yeah, I mean it's good to see. I mean, like you said, even when you know your team, it's already lost.
You know, still playing for a match win.
Absolutely.
Yep, and ranking, and yeah.
You know, at the number one level, you're generally not fighting for a spot in the lineup, but you still want to stay at number one. And they've been switching off at Iowa on the 1 and 2. Notre Dame, Spence pretty much has been the number one player for the majority of the season. Notre Dame dominant, straight sets in court 2, 3, 4, and 6. All right. Six two, 2 all. And there's Coach Allison Silverio working with Zoe Spence. Up 5-love. And we're here. I want to thank both of you all for calling this match.
Yeah.
Gosh, it was exciting
I had so
watching
much fun.
women's
So much
tennis.
fun. Yeah, this is great.
And
Great tennis.
I'd say both teams. I mean, Iowa in the Big Ten, they'll be moving into conference play. Notre Dame will be moving down to South Florida.
Yep.
Probably enjoying their time on Miami Beach. But it's been a good one out here today. We saw some really good tennis. We saw aggressive tennis, as you all said. And we want to thank everybody. We've been here live from the USTA National Campus Collegiate Series match. And we're going to close out with some highlights of today's matches. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Thank you.